Stephanie White is the new head coach. Stephanie White is the new head coach of the Indianapolis Fever. Well, Jordan, what are your thoughts on that? And before you continue, I'm gonna start off on you. Where do you think Indiana needs to obviously make the next move? And before you start, let me just read this quote. As we enter the new era of Fever basketball, I am thrilled to welcome Stephanie back to the franchise, said President of Basketball Operations Kelly Crosscroft. Stephanie is a part of the fabric of this franchise, both as a former player and as a member of our championship coaching staff. I am quite familiar with her elite basketball IQ and leadership style. I'm confident there is no one who better understands our culture and who is more equipped to lead our group of players to the next level. White had this to say in response to getting the job. I am incredibly proud and honored to return home to Indiana and lead the Fever during such a pivotal moment in this franchise's history, as well as during such an important time in women's athletics. This franchise has and always will be committed to winning. I look forward to working every day to help deliver another WNBA title to the greatest fans in the world. Jordan, where do the Indianapolis Fever go from here?
Well, first of all, what a get for the Fever. I mean, Stephanie White is, one of the top 3 or 4 coaches in this league. I mean, they finished 6th in the standings last year. They're gonna do better than that this coming year. Um, I mean, what a get. Stephanie White has never missed the playoffs, I think. So, they're they're pretty much locked in next year for sure. Um, I think the next move they make after securing their coach is probably figuring out what they're going to do with Kelsey Mitchell. You know, um, the team had obvious weaknesses last year,
Yes.
particularly on the defensive end. They didn't necessarily have a shutdown, one-on-one defender. Not that every team does, but they definitely could shore up their defense on the perimeter and in the interior as well. Um, I personally would also like to see some more, knockdown shooters on the team. That's just me personally. People that could play with Caitlin, on the offensive end even more. But yeah, I mean, I think they need to figure out what they're going to do with Kelsey Mitchell because her value can probably plug a couple of those holes.
Yeah, and in addition to Kelsey Mitchell, it'd be interesting to see everybody on TikTok. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. We appreciate y'all for being on. And share the screen. Let's see if we get to 100 today. But yes, it was awesome the fact that what you're talking about with Kelsey, because now she's going to be reunited with her former player in Kelsey Mitchell, who she used to coach,
Right.
and it should be a fun time. That's if they get to bring her back. Obviously, we've seen Stephanie White. She's played in the WNBA with the Indianapolis Fever as well, and she's from Indiana. So the fact that she's back in one of the only, not the only, but like she's in a very comfortable and a very familiar space, and
Right.
it's going to be a great opportunity for this Fever franchise to. I mean, hopefully they don't let her go this time, but it'll be great to see her actually develop and turn into the coach that I think she's a great coach, but I mean turn into like the next level upper echelon, and especially getting a player like Caitlin Clark on your team, like it's going to do wonders. But yes, the next step for them is figuring out what are they going to do with Mitchell, whether that be resign her or kind of get her back for more pieces. But yeah, it should be a great look.
Do you think this could be the start of a dynastic run? Because I read somewhere like someone was projecting like this is the beginning. You've got
For the
Stephanie
Fever?
White and young Caitlin Clark. This could be the beginning of a dynasty.
So like, is this their version of Mark Jackson?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Could it be a dynastic run? We'll see. I don't know if it's yet. So that's great. We were speaking about this a little bit earlier. How long would you say it would take for this Fever team to be better yet? 2 questions. With the roster the way it's currently constructed, and let's say they assume that they bring Kelsey
Mitchell,
Mitchell back, are they? What's the ceiling for this team bringing Mitchell back?
probably the second round.
Oh, so okay. So now I got to ask you this: with the way that this roster is constructed, could they be a contender?
No, I
So
don't
what do
think
you
so.
think they need to do?
I think they need to get bigger. I think they need to get bigger. I think they need to I think they need to play a little faster, even faster than they already did. which is kind of contradictory, right? Because like bigger and get faster. I think they need better on ball defenders. They kind of struggled with penetration last year. Those are kind of, I mean, it's a lot of little things, man. They just need to just get bigger. The taller players. Caitlin Clark physically needs to get bigger, to kind of handle the physicality of the league. And another year together, it's just more, time for them to gel as a unit. I mean, we all watched pretty much all 40 FIFA games last year. Everybody that, watched the league. I mean, their chemistry was improving week by week, so they were just becoming a better team overall.